the season's basically over. Well, it's already over. Not even at the beginning of, well, we are at the beginning of October, but yeah, it is what it is, isn't it, really? Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope you're all having a great Sunday afternoon, and I hope you've all had another great weekend in 2023 this year. First of all, do me a massive favour for me, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel and the community if you're new. Share the video. Hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button, and always remember to put the notification bell on at all times to receive dedicated content right throughout the rest of 2023 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube for more Fortnite, Chapter 4 Season 4 Last Resort, EA Sports FC 24, Rocket League Season 12 Porsche, more previews, more match reactions, much more branded stuff planned for the last few months in 2023 this year on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Thank you. Good afternoon to all you legends and all you legendary people, and welcome to the preview, the second preview of the UEFA Champions League season 23-24 season, second group match day of the group stage campaign. Manchester United versus Turkish champions Galatasaray at Old Trafford on Tuesday the 3rd of October 2023 at Old Trafford, match day 2 of the Champions League group stage. And at the moment, we all know what needs to happen Tuesday. Man United desperately now need to win this game. After the embarrassment by Crystal Palace yesterday and the way Manchester United were utterly flawed and embarrassed by a mid-table Crystal Palace team, we have to beat Galatasaray Tuesday night. And before I started this preview today, I went in to have a look at how well Galatasaray have done in the Turkish Super League so far this season, and I was quite frankly left astonished with the record they are already achieving in Turkey, where the Turkish Super League, they haven't lost a game and their goal difference is already plus 19. So Galatasaray so far are unbeaten and have not lost a game and are massively already clear at the top of the Turkish Super League. I thought this was going to be a quite easy game for United Tuesday night, and I thought United would get the 3 points and win match day 2, but the way I'm now looking at this from a bigger point of view, if United fail to win and Galatasaray come to Old Trafford as the Turkish champions, I mean, they won their league last season. If United fail to win, then I can see Ten Hag being in big trouble. Yesterday was a big, massive wake-up call. It was a massive, massive eye-opener. And it was quite worrying the way we were playing yesterday, especially where we beat Palace 3-0 on the Carabao Cup last Tuesday evening. And at the weekend, they've come to Old Trafford and embarrassed us and played us off the park. If United fail to win Tuesday, Ten Hag's job has to be under scrutiny. He has to take the blame for the results, and he has to take some form of criticism for the way United have started this Premier League season. I don't blame Erik Ten Hag entirely for what's going on. I blame the board, I blame the owners, and I blame the players, and I blame this current lack of squad depth and the quality Manchester United Football Club simply doesn't have. I blame all those key factors and why this has been so far quite a crap ending season, which has already been ended in September. The season is already over for Manchester United, and nothing good is going to come about it in the next few months. So we're basically relying on the cup competitions to get United out of water again. If United fail to win, it's going to be another bad night. It's going to be another bad result. And the atmosphere between the fans and the supporters of this great so-called football club, the atmosphere is going to start turning toxic, and there's going to end up being problems Manchester United are going to start causing for everyone. Like Man United at the moment are an absolute shambles. They're an absolute mess. They're an absolute pathetic football club that don't act properly. And we're massively incompetent. And the way we played at the weekend, I was feeling quite confident we would have won yesterday and we would have got the 3 points. And I was feeling confident Tuesday, and we simply have to win. If we don't win this game, then forget United winning anything this season, because you look at that Champions League group and it's very, very tough. We are in another group of death situation with Bayern Munich of Germany, Galatasaray of Turkey, and FC Copenhagen of Denmark. If United fail to secure 3 points on Tuesday night, then I as a Man United fan, I would start telling all other United fans supporters, start preparing for Europa League life again, because that for me is probably the end-all situation that Manchester United are going to find themselves in. I think United are going to end up in a bad season with bad results, and I think the situation is going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. Yes, we've been playing crap, and the last few results have not been exactly ecstatic, but you would have thought we would have won yesterday. We would have picked up 3 valuable points, and we would have started climbing up that Premier League table, especially where Liverpool lost, Manchester City lost, and we could have done by winning that game. And also Brighton lost, and then you see Newcastle, Arsenal and Tottenham all winning their games, and then United are basically embarrassing themselves at home again. I don't know why this Man United team's not performing. I don't know why we're playing crap, and I can't understand why from last season to this season it's gone massively downhill again. I can't understand why it has. I can't understand what the quality of players we've actually got and the players we have in this team. I can't understand why Manchester United are underperforming. I think the reason why these players are not turning up is because they've got used to being back to being in the Champions League. They've got used to having a trophy in the cabinet by winning the Mickey Mouse Cup and the Carabao Cup last season against Newcastle United at Wembley. And they've gone back into their shell thinking that we don't really need to try our heart out. We don't really need to try and give our all. And we don't really need to try and step up. This team is not stepping up. You would have thought there would have been movement on the way United are performing. And you would have thought this season United would start stepping up to the mark, start outperforming our rivals and start stepping up to the plate to put in better and more well-deserved results. And it's not happening. I don't know why it's not happening, but I think the players have got bigger in their egos. I think the players are massively out of form. I think the injuries are causing problems, even though that is no excuse. Manchester United, with the players they've got available, they really should be beating teams like Palace, and they should be beating Galatasaray. Okay, see you later. They need to win Tuesday. I'm hoping United give us something to be proud of Tuesday, and hopefully we can get a win and get this Champions League campaign off and running. But if we fail to win and we do lose at home and we don't win this game, then Europa League life is going to come back into full transition again, where it will be back to Thursday night football and Sunday Premier League football. That is what I reckon is going to happen if United do not win any more of their Champions League games. I mean, with Galatasaray unbeaten and the way they're looking at the top of their league already and the goals they've got and the goal records they've achieving already, this Galatasaray team is going to come to Old Trafford and they're going to feel confident, they're going to feel positive, and they're going to come to Old Trafford with nothing to fear. The quality of players they've now got in Mertens, Icardi, Wilfried Zaha, Torreira, that Galatasaray team are going places, and it clearly shows to me that when you're a United fan and you're feeling confident that we can win, but before you do a preview, you look at what they've been doing so far this season, and when you've seen they've not lost any games and they've only drawn one and won all the others, I was feeling quite confident United would get a response Tuesday and put in a well-earned, hard-fought performance. But this Galatasaray team are going to come to Old Trafford with nothing to fear, and they know they can beat us. They know Manchester United at the moment are back to square number one again after the defeat to Crystal Palace in the Premier League yesterday afternoon on match day 7 of the Premier League season. They're going to know that Man United are very, very vulnerable. They know at the moment that Manchester United are massively underperforming, and they know the club is in absolute turmoil behind the scenes. And I think the way Man United are performing with the players we've got at the moment, you would have thought yesterday we would have won. We would have got the 3 points and we would have beat Crystal Palace. But how can you feel confident as a Man United fan about anything at the moment? The positivity has gone completely out the window. The confidence has gone out the window. And I think for me as a Man United fan, times need to start being questioned, like, how is this club meant to be improving where we are continuing to fall even further behind our rivals? And yesterday was a big opportunity to move up the league and get more positivity into the club. The players, I don't know why, aren't playing as a team. I don't know why we're not performing as a squad. And I don't know why those players last season can't seem to perform how they did last season to now. I can't understand why. I can't justify why. I just simply, at the moment, I have not got the answers to say why Man United is going wrong. But this season is going to be a long season. And like I said, for me, this season is already over. September has ended the season altogether. I can't see Man United picking up any more positive results. I think we are going to be in for a tough ride in the next few games. And I think Man United are going to find it very, very difficult to compete. I mean, the injuries aren't helping, but you would have thought the players we've got available, they would step up to the mark in their absence and perform as a team, perform as a group of players, and set the standards of what Manchester United should be playing for. But at the moment, those players look lack of confidence. There looks like a lack of commitment. There looks like a lack of positivity. There looks a lack of desire. I don't know if it's down to the manager. I don't know if it's down to the tactics, or is it down to pure favouritism again? I don't know why Man United aren't playing the way I want them to, and any other Man United fan support wants them to as well. It's very, very difficult to pinpoint where this is going so badly wrong. And I think the players have gone back into their shell. They feel like they don't really need to try when they put a Man United shirt on again. But you would have thought, being back in the Champions League, it would have given them a massive morale boost. Their confidence would have gone up. And you would have thought all of them would have stepped up. And it's very, very disappointing to see that when you're in Europe's elite competition and you are struggling after one group game and the league campaign is going horrifically wrong, it won't surprise me if we do lose Tuesday. It would not surprise me in the slightest if we're going to have to go with exactly the same squad again for Tuesday night, which played against Palace yesterday. And it wouldn't surprise me again if that certain players are getting picked due to their price tag, due to pure favouritism, and due to they think they're better players than some of the options we've got already at the club. I mean, I think we do need to change the squad a lot on Tuesday. I think there needs to be made a lot of big calls need to be made by Ten Hag, and we need to start being completely open and ruthless with this squad, because you've got 2 or 3 key players that were key parts of United's success last season now out of form, have dropped off a cliff, and all of a sudden have gone back to the players they once were under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick. And you would have thought winning the Carabao Cup, winning a trophy for the first time in 6 years, and being back in the Champions League would have given those players something to play for. And they just don't look happy. It doesn't look like a good, happy squad. A squad and a team that is lacking quality, that is causing problems as well. But like I said, United have got no excuses. United need to start stepping up, and they need to start putting teams away at Old Trafford. We're not scoring enough goals. That's a completely different question. We're not scoring enough goals. The midfield is way too much reliant on. The front three aren't good enough. And as for the defence, well, you know what's going to happen with the defence. We basically don't fucking have one, because you've got no Reguilon, you've got no Luke Shaw, you've got no Malacia. And with the news now that, Malacia and Luke Shaw are out till Christmas, it's not looking very good. It's looking very, very bad for United. United can't seem to catch a break. They can't seem to be able to get a fully fit squad. And they seem to all of a sudden not turning up. I don't know why they're not turning up. Are they missing certain players being in the squad that they're used to playing with? Are there players in that squad that don't deserve to be in the team? Or is there players in that team that we all deep down know aren't good enough? I think we all know who they are. We all know which players are not performing, and they need calling out for what it is. That front lineup at the moment is not good enough. United are miles and miles off where they should be. And United are letting everyone down. They're letting themselves down. They're letting the fans down. They're letting supporters down. They should be winning every game playing for Manchester United. You need to be giving and stepping up. And when you're not stepping up, I don't know what hope gives us. I think we are basically relying on Ten Hag to turn this around and produce yet again another miracle season in season 2 of his in charge of the club as manager. I think we are relying on that massively. I think Man United are relying to perform another miracle, and that miracle is not going to happen. Man United fans, there are some of us out there that think they're going to win the league, they're going to win the Champions League, they're going to win the quadruple, they're going to win every trophy we're in. Absolutely forget it. We are not winning any trophies playing the way we're playing. We are basically, yet again, relying on the cups. That is unacceptable. That is unfair. United really need to be trying to win everything they're in, and they're not doing it. It's very, very sad. It's very disappointing, and it's very, very frustrating from a United fan point of view, with a club that you love with all your heart and you supported since you was a boy. It is very, very difficult at the moment to stand by a club that are, pissing you off, letting you down, frustrating you, making you angry. But we have to stand by the club. We've got to stand by Ten Hag, and we have to get these players up for it. The fans and supporters is what makes Manchester United the greatest supporting club in the world. And when you've got players that aren't doing what we want them to do, questions need to start being asked of what their morale is, what is their attitude, where's their commitment gone, where's their desire gone? Because at the moment there seems to be no desire for Manchester United to play well. And I think it's down to the options we haven't got. I mean, we are missing Sergio Reguilon at left back. Absolutely, we are missing Sergio Reguilon. For me, he's come into Manchester United and done amazing, amazing things. He's probably been our best left back ever this club's had, because Luke Shaw, like I said, is injury prone. And I said the same about Malacia. Reguilon at left back is being badly missed. And it really, really showed yesterday by playing a new midfielder at left back who's a midfielder. And it doesn't work. And it clearly showed yesterday that, playing Sofian Amrabat at left back, it doesn't work. And it backfired badly. It was all right against Palace in the Carabao Cup, but in the league, it's a completely different kettle of fish. And that badly backfired yesterday for Amrabat. And, he played very badly. He wasn't very good. And he was getting exposed every time Palace got down that left back position, because Amrabat was just getting found out. Every attack Palace had, Amrabat was just being found out very quickly. And that was the frustrating thing, that, we are deploying players out of position that Ten Hag's got no choice but to put there, because he hasn't got the players available. But you would have thought the players we've got available to us at the moment, you would have thought they would have been able to fulfill those positions for Man United to get by with. And it doesn't work. It does not work. We need to start putting players in the correct position that they're going to put their best game into. And if they're not going to do it, then they shouldn't be at this fucking football club. Like, I rate Amrabat. He's one of my favourite players, but he's a bloody midfielder, Eric. He's not a left back, mate. And if you've got any cojones about you at all, or any balls to show change on Tuesday, then you need to put Amrabat in the midfield three, and you need to either bring Eriksen at left back, or even maybe shift McTominay into centre back, even though Scott McTominay at centre back for Scotland is okay, but putting him at centre back for Man United would be a horrific showing. Then you might have to do it just to put Amrabat in that midfield three, because that midfield three yesterday, I mean, there's so many people putting about Mason Mount's stats yesterday against Palace. What's Mason Mount done since he's come to the club? He's got one assist for a goal for Casemiro in a Carabao Cup game. And everyone is hyping up how great his stats were yesterday. Has he scored any goals? No. Has he improved the midfield? No. Is he really doing anything to get the fans on side? No, not really. And it's very, very, very frustrating. And to pay 60 million for Mason Mount, where you could have spent that better on two other midfielders, United might have looked a lot better. We do not look a great midfield with Mason Mount in it. It looks terrible. The Casemiro situation as well with Fernandes, I don't think they prefer Mason Mount next to them. I think they prefer a player like Amrabat's qualities, where Amrabat and Casemiro can sit both next to each other in the CDM positions and block, all the counter-attacking opposition opportunities the opposition team get. Mason Mount can't do that. He can't track back. He can't defend. He can't create chances. He can't create any goals. And I've not been convinced that he's come to the club. And 8 or 9 games in, I think this has been a very, very bad move for the club. I think it's been a bad move by the manager. And I think Mason Mount, really, if this doesn't work out this season, we need to get rid of him next summer and move him on. But I don't think we will. And I think United are going to still keep giving him an opportunity to prove himself. But the more opportunities Man United give to the wrong players, the worse the results will be, because those players cannot play together. It showed yesterday. And I think, if we were to put Amrabat in the midfield three with Casemiro and Fernandes Tuesday night, then I think we'd be a lot more secure. I think we'd be a lot more better in the midfield, and we'd be a lot more creative with those three in the midfield three. And I think Ten Hag has got to do it. I think Ten Hag cannot keep playing Amrabat at left back just because he hasn't got Shaw, Malacia and Reguilon. You need to start putting these players in the correct positions where they need to be, Eric, because it doesn't work. You can't keep doing it. It does not work. And the more times you do it, the worse United are going to get. And we do not want that. We all want the best of Manchester United. The fans want the best for us, so do the supporters. But at the moment, when you're playing players out of position to no fault of your own, you're going to cause your own downfall. And I think Eric Ten Hag is realising that, I think, I back him as the manager. I back his decisions, but it angers me when I keep seeing the same mistakes. I keep saying the same errors. I keep seeing the same problems United are causing themselves, and they don't answer them. And that's the big, big problem for me, where United are causing their own downfall. That's my major, major frustration. And I want United to turn this around. I really, really do. I do believe we've got the quality. I do believe we've got the players at the moment to get by with. But we could have done with half our injured players being back from injury, and we don't have them. And that's the major frustration. We need a squad. We need players back. We need to start getting some of these injury players back off the hospital wing from bloody Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. We need to start getting these players back, because by Christmas, this squad's going to be exhausted. And it already has showed it massively. This squad is absolutely exhausted. This squad is on its knees already after 8 to 9 games. It is absolutely exhausted, and it's really frustrating. We are exhausted. I think this squad is basically dead. We are on our knees because we are playing so many games week in, week out. That is no excuse. At Manchester United, you should know what it takes to be a United player. You should know what it takes to be at this club. You should know what it takes to be in the first team or even on the bench. You should be salivating over the opportunity that you're at Manchester United. You should count yourself fucking lucky that you're playing for a great historic football club. But at the moment, I don't think those players give a shit. I personally do not think they give one fuck about anything. It's about the pay packet. It's about their wages. If they play badly, they're getting away with it. And it isn't fair. It really, really is not fair. And the more it carries on, the worse Man United's situation is going to get. And I mean, like I said, if United don't win, then Ten Hag's going to be gone by Christmas. And I think it will happen. I seriously, seriously think it will happen. If Ten Hag does not start picking up results, and we are still playing badly, and we are still throwing stupid games away, United are going to fall behind even further. And I tell you what, the situation will get even worse. We will start falling closer to Chelsea. And look at the money Chelsea have spent, and they're playing shit. If Man United had that type of money and that proper ownership and proper owners and a proper board, we could spend that type of money. And that money is there to spend. There's people already spinning stuff in January that, Man United have got to sell to buy. Financial fair play is going to be a concern again. What a load of bullshit. What a load of pure PR bullshit that some blue tick people on Twitter are believing that United have got to sell to buy. We're going to be down to finance. It's the biggest myth in football, because Chelsea don't do it. Our rivals do not do it. They ain't thick. They're not stupid. They're not idiots. They're not fucking idiots. They don't use those excuses, and nor should Manchester United. But the more Man United do it, be my guest, because you'll fall further behind everyone else. So be my guest. I couldn't give a shit, but at the end of the day, I think every United fan and supporter wants us to win, and I think this is about winning. You win every game in the Man United shirt. You step up to the plate and you fucking perform. If you don't want to perform, don't be at the club. It's simple as 1, 2, 3. But if you don't step up on Tuesday, you can't keep getting away with it, lads. You at the moment are embarrassing this fan base. You are embarrassing the supporters. You are showing us up again. You're making us look like a complete fucking laughingstock. It's embarrassing. It's not fair. Look at the anxiety and the mental health you are causing this fan base. Do you not care about all of us? Because it clearly showed that you lot don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. And if you don't want to be at this club, then you know where the fucking door is. I'm not keeping you. Get out the club. Because if you players don't want to be here and you're not doing what the manager tells you to do, you are the wrong fucking club, lads. Your Manchester United players, you should feel privileged to play for a historic football club, which is the most successful club of all time ever. No one can ever beat our records. So United need to step up, and I'm hoping we will. I'm hoping those players come out fighting Tuesday. I hope they're all behind the manager. I hope they're backing him. I hope they're not throwing him under the bus. But the results so far, there's a clear indication they're doing it, because they're not stepping up. They're not playing as a team. They are all over the place. At times, we are at 6s and 7s. We are letting teams come to Old Trafford and letting them play us off the park. It's embarrassing. I mean, could you imagine when we have to go away to Man City at the Etihad, and we have to go away to Anfield to play Liverpool, and Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and when Tottenham and Chelsea come to Old Trafford, as well as Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool? Can you imagine what they're going to do to Manchester United? They're going to rip them apart. And that could happen again Tuesday. I think Ten Hag will have to pick the same team. I think he's going to have to go with Onana in goal. He's going to have to go with Delo. He's going to have to go with Lindelof and Varane. For me, I would put McTominay next to Varane and play Lindelof at left back. That may cause problems, but it's better than having bloody Amrabat at left back. I would be dropping Mason Mount. I'd be putting Amrabat in that midfield three with Casemiro and Fernandes, because on paper it's a lot more stable and there's a lot more confidence and there's a lot more positive that three can hold the midfield battle and can make the game comfortable as possible for United on Tuesday. I think, the front three, Pellistri, all this hype around him is bollocks. He's absolutely shit. And people think, he was great against Palace yesterday. I watched the fucking highlights of that game. He was fucking atrocious, and you're praising him. He's absolutely awful. He's crap. And people think in his fan base and supporters, give Pellistri a chance. Put him in the team. He needs to be on the right wing. He's been crap for the last 3-4 games, and you're thinking he's the answer to the right wing problems. I mean, either fans are blind or they're watching their games with their eyes shut, because Pellistri has done fuck all for United in the last few games. And have we won with Pellistri in that team? We've won one game. We didn't beat Bayern Munich, and we didn't beat Palace yesterday. So you can pinpoint that Pellistri's the answer. Absolutely bollocks. Absolute PR. Absolutely shit. I'm sorry, he's crap. He is not the answer for the right wing. I would rather put Anthony back in the team. And Anthony's now back, by the way. Anthony is available and he's fit to play. Anthony needs to be back on that right wing Tuesday. I am sick of Pellistri. I'm sick of the Pellistri hype train. We're not on the island of Sodor trying to deliver the troublesome trucks. We are fucking Manchester United here. We shouldn't be settling for worse or better. We should be settling for the best. Without Anthony on that right wing, we look a fucking mess. And people say, Anthony, all he does is shoot. All he does is shoot. All he does is take on people. Does Pellistri do any of that? No. He loses the ball, loses possession, and the opposition then counter-attack. It's absolute myth that Pellistri is so massively hyped up in this club. It is absolutely unjustified. I'm sorry, he's shit. And people say, you can't call him crap. You can't call him shit. I can say what the fuck I want. At the end of the day, it's about view and an opinion. He's offered nothing for Man United going forward. I'm sorry, his distribution to Rashford and Højlund's pathetic. And there's another player we need to talk about in this team. It's about time Marcus Rashford was dropped. What the fuck is happening to Marcus Rashford, by the way? What is happening to Marcus Rashford? I don't know if his personal life is causing problems because he can't keep his legs shut and jumps from one girl to another girl in the hotel room bed. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Marcus Rashford. At the moment, he looks like a completely fucking different player to what he was last season. And then he was given a brand new contract. Come on down, Marcus. We're going to give you a brand new contract with more improved terms and even more money. Well done, Manchester United, for fucking us up again. Giving Marcus Rashford a brand new contract was not deserved based on one good, overhyped season. I'm really, really sorry. Rashford at the moment is out of form. It's Manchester United. It's not Rashford United. It is Manchester United. He needs to be dropped now. The last 3-4 games, all these games he's played this season, has Rashford contributed to 1 goal? Has he scored any goals? Has he put the ball in the net? No, he hasn't. I don't know. He's got Simpsons road rage and Simpsons hit and run in his personal life going on. After he went and crashed his £700,000 Bentley because he can't keep his eyes on the road, and luckily he came away from that unscathed and unhurt, thank God. But at the moment, Marcus Rashford's form is obliterated again, and I don't know what's going on. Is he carrying an injury again? Is that back problem he got causing him chip again? Is the injuries he's had from the last season causing him problems that he can't take his game up to the next level? Is he being overplayed? Is he being used way too much? Does he see that right wing and he's thinking, bloody hell, I used to have Sancho there and I used to have Palestri there and they're both crap. And he thinks he's probably got, he looks there and he ain't got no Anthony. And he looks up front and he's thinking, Rasmus Højlund was meant to be the goal scoring issue to sort the goal scoring problems out. And he has scored 1 goal in 9 games. And I was saying Rasmus Højlund is going to take us to the next level. He will score goals. But at the moment, you look at the amount of opportunities he had yesterday, there was 3 or 4 golden opportunities. He was one-on-one with Sam Johnston in goal and he looped it over the goalkeeper. There was not enough chip over the ball to put it into the net, and the Palace centre-back got back and cleared it off the line. He then had a clear header on goal, one-on-one from a corner, and he didn't put that in. So, Rashford's got his own problems, but he's looking at the team around him and he's probably thinking, bloody hell, we haven't sorted any of our issues out. The goal scoring is still a problem, and I can't work with Højlund. It probably is showing that quite clearly that Rashford probably and Højlund can't work together. Remember when they said Wayne Rooney and Carlos Tevez couldn't work together in the same team? And they did. And they scored a heckload of goals. I just don't know what's going on with Rashford, but I think it's about time Ten Hag dropped him. Because I look at that game yesterday, and the brightest spark that was in that team was Garnacho. He came on in the second half and was absolutely tearing the shit out of that Palace back four on the left wing. Garnacho should be in this team. But the problem with starting Garnacho is the pure fact he's not a right winger and he's only a left wing, so he can't be deployed on the right. So the only way to fit Rashford and Garnacho in this team is you swap them around. You put Rashford on the right and Garnacho on the left. But it doesn't work because Rashford's not a right winger. So at the moment, United have got no clear identity. There isn't any identity. There isn't any goals in that team. We haven't got any creativity. We haven't got any quality. We are lacking so much in that team that we are crying out for players. We are crying out for these players to step up their quality and be able to deliver United what they want. But at the moment, they're not doing it. And I think, I don't know why Rashford was so good last season and he scored over 30-odd goals. That FA Cup final clearly affected him because they really, really wanted it, even though United didn't turn up and lost to Man City. They didn't turn up in that final. We lost. But since he was given that new contract and since that FA Cup final, I look at Rashford and it's just not the same player. And do you know what? I said this would happen. I said, if Marcus Rashford starts dropping off a cliff, you have just given him a brand new 5-year contract on £350,000 a week. I mean, begs belief why we fail, because you put these players in this team that are not good enough and are inconsistent. Rashford has had so many injuries under 4 or 5 different managers, right? And now you look at it, and those injury problems are probably haunting his progress. I think he is carrying an injury. He just does not look the same player, and I don't know why. But I think if Ten Hag has got any balls Tuesday, drop Rashford and put Garnacho in the team. That is the only change I would make, and drop Palestri and put Anthony in. If we went with a front three of Garnacho, Højlund and Anthony, those 3 will score goals and they will cause Galatasaray all sorts of problems. And they will. I think Galatasaray's weakness in their team is their back four. Their weakness in their team is their back four. And they do concede goals. They did beat FC Copenhagen on match day 1. So they do concede goals. But it's going to be a tough game. They've got Icardi now. They've got Wilfried Zaha. They've got Torreira. I mean, they've got Tete, who was on loan at Leicester last season and was very, very good. So Galatasaray have not got a bad team here. And I can see why they're top of the Turkish Super League. It's a pub league. They always bloody win it because they're the better team in the Turkish league. And respect for their fans, respect for their supporters. And they're going to bring an atmosphere to Old Trafford. They're going to bring one hell of a noise Tuesday night. And they're going to get right behind that Galatasaray set of players. They know they can come to Old Trafford and win. They've got nothing to fear. They're not going to be scared. They know Man United are bloody vulnerable again. They know they're on their knees again. They know they've played shit again. They're not going to come to Old Trafford and park the bus, are they? They're going to come to Old Trafford and play. They're going to look at that United team and they're thinking, weak back four, vulnerable midfield, and their attack is weak. And that's true. All those positions in that United team are absolutely weak. And this is why we don't solve these issues. If it would have been solved in the summer, we would not have these problems. Am I surprised we've got these problems? No, I'm not. I'm not surprised we've got these problems. This is the same old Manchester United. It's the same old crap, the same old bullshit, and the same old excuses. And it's absolutely fucking pathetic. And people wonder why we are the mess we are in. It is bloody embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. A massive shout out to Luke Chapman in the chat. Northampton stuff for my birthday. Print, mega flag, metal street sign, scarf, pin badge kit, keyring, 4-pin badge kit, autograph, pad, pen, press, keyring, luggage tag. Nice. Fair play. So yeah, we are a mess. We are an absolute shit show. And I want United to win. Of course I want Manchester United to win. But am I feeling confident that United are going to be able to win now, the way we are playing again? I'm not sure. Plenty of questions need to be asked. If we do see Rashford starting on Tuesday, if we do see Palestri starting, if we do see Amrabat at left back, I'm sorry, but I've got to call Ten Hag out on it. I've got to start calling out some of these decisions. And I think Ten Hag is the right manager, by the way, to get this club back to where it should be. But logically, long term, is it the answer to get United competing with Man City and Arsenal and Tottenham and Liverpool? Are we really that club trying to compete? I don't think we are. I think we are trying to scrape the barrel again. I really think the ambition from the club was, do you know what? Don't worry about the Prem. If we can get top 4 and scrape it, we will. If we can win a trophy or maybe win the Champions League, it'll be fine. We'll be back in it again next season. That isn't good enough. You should be aiming to win. And that's the bigger talking point. We need to be aiming to win. If we don't win, then it's going to be a tough night, because if it is a defeat, it's going to get worse. And you then have to think to yourself, do you know what? How can you carry on? How can you carry on standing by these ludicrous and absolute dismissal decisions being made by this football club? They cannot go with this squad till Christmas, and they can't go with it all January as well. United are going to have to spend some money in January. The money is there. Don't believe all these other United fan channels telling you there is no money to spend in January. There is money to spend. There is no sell-to-buy issues. There is no financial fair play bullshit. Do not believe the crap other people are telling you, because I've got contacts on here and I do get stuff being told to me through very good sources that United have got money in January and they're going to spend it. They're going to have to, because that United team is very weak. Every position in that team needs improving massively. We do need another midfielder, and it needs to be a decent quality. We do need another striker. We do need another winger. We do need another centre-back, because the same old players will cause the same old problems. If we do go, by the way, with the same team we've got from yesterday for Tuesday, good luck United winning, because Diego Dalot was fucking awful yesterday. So was Victor Lindelof. So was Amrabat. So was Mount. So was Casemiro. So was Palestri. And so was Marcus Rashford. We are going to be in a bad way if we fail to win. I think United will somehow try and spin this and try and put out a positive for Tuesday United for us to get behind the players and the supporters. They will try and spin this so much that we fall for it. They will make us try and spin the positive. And the thing is, this fan base and these supporters, we're not stupid. We're not thick. We know what this football club's trying to do. They're trying to spin the negative to make things look positive. No, not in my book. You're not making me fall for it. I'm not stupid. I've supported Man United all my life. I'm not falling for the pathetic PR that they constantly put out, thinking it's a graveyard shift. And it is at the moment a graveyard shift. We are in a graveyard. We are literally so down in the ground. We are literally 6 feet fucking under at the moment at the club. Man United are in a mess. And this Champions League group is going to be tough to get out. And, you know, there's pundits on TNT Sports like Owen Hargreaves, Paul Scholes, Rio Ferdinand. Man United will get comfortably out of this group. United will qualify. Yeah, no, we won't. No, we fucking won't. Those are ex-legends, by the way, of the football club, that we will get out this group. We will qualify with Bayern Munich and we will finish second. Based on what? Based on what? How are we qualifying then? How are we going to qualify? Because at the moment, can you trust United to deliver? No. Can these players be trusted? No. Can the board be trusted? No. Can the Glazers be trusted? No. These players need to start realising what the bigger picture is here. Ten Hag wants to get us back to the top, and you lot need to get behind him. If these players are not behind him and they're doing what they did to Mourinho, we all know what's going to happen. It'll be gone. Ten Hag will be gone by Christmas. And there was some fan yesterday said, "Oh, it'll be very, very. Ten Hag will be very, very lucky if he'll be in a job by Christmas." Yeah, sacking the manager is not going to be the answer to this mess. Ten Hag is the right guy. I just wish we had proper owners, a proper board backing this manager. There's people saying, "Oh, well, over the last 2 seasons, Manchester United has spent 450 million. How can you say the manager's not been backed?" Well, let me tell you why. He didn't get Kim Min-jae. He didn't get Harry Kane. He didn't get Osman. He didn't get Frankie de Jong. He didn't get Suzuki, the goalkeeper he wanted. He didn't get João Felix. He didn't get Gakpo. He didn't get Frimpong. Should I go on with the list of players he did not get? Because United kept using financial fair play and sell to buy myths. Those myths do not exist. They are myths. They're both bullshit excuses to get away with a shit season. The season's already over, by the way. This Champions League campaign in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, it doesn't matter now because the Premier League's gone. So we're basically relying on cups again to try and win some cup trophies. Brilliant. That's real ambition from this club. That's real fucking ambition, isn't it? Real ambition. This club hasn't got any ambition. It's shit. This club's on its knees again because of the owners. This club's on its knees because of this incompetent board. This club is on its knees because they decided to keep Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Malacia, Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, Pellistri, Ahmad, Tom Heaton, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof. Should I go on with the list of players we wanted to get rid of? United failed to get rid of. Donny van de Beek as well. Should we go on about him as well? It's an absolute disgrace. But the main aspect is United need to win Tuesday. And they've got to deliver. If they don't deliver, God fucking help us. Because we will be out of the Champions League quicker than you can say go. Because that will happen. Do I think United can win this game? Yeah, I do. Turkish clubs always find it difficult to play English European teams. They do find it difficult to come away from home and come to England and try and be a great, successful for English club. They do find it difficult, but the Galatasaray fans, the atmosphere they have is electric. That is what you call supporters, by the way. That is what you call fans. We don't have that at this football club. We have fans and supporters in this fan base that renew their season tickets, buy the kit, buy the merchandise, and put all that money straight into the Glazers' pockets. They're part of the problem, by the way. They are also part of this problem that the Glazers are still here. You're kind of the Glazer in. Some of these fans, some of these supporters of Man United, you might as well buy yourself Glazer in t-shirts because you're much as the problem as any other fan. Because you renew your season tickets, you buy the memberships, you buy the merchandise, and you buy the kit every fucking season, and it's got to stop. because you are becoming part of this problem. And the bigger this becomes, the more mess this club's going to be in. But United need to win Tuesday, and that's the main focus. And I think United will respond. I think United have got to. Otherwise, if United fail to win and they don't win Tuesday night, God help Ten Hag the next morning, because United, we all know, are not afraid to make a big statement. Sacking Ten Hag will be the doom of this club. It will really, really be the doom of this club. And at the moment, United are not answering the questions of the manager. They're not backing him. The club's in the mess. Am I surprised by it? No, I'm not. We have to talk about the situation because no one else is doing it. No one goes in on the club as much as this. And I'm fed up with it. I am fed up with the excuses. I'm fed up with the PR. And I'm fed up with the complete and utter bullshit United come up with in their sleep. It's pathetic. It's annoying. It's not right. And it's disgusting. And I hope United look at that performance yesterday and step it up Tuesday. I'm going to go for 3 or 4-0 United. I am confident we can beat Galatasaray, and I'm confident we will step up and respond from the weekend result against Palace yesterday. Let's hope that happens. So I hope you enjoyed the preview. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. United Red Devils 20 on YouTube for more. Fortnite Chat 4 Season 4, Last Resort, Rocket League Season 12 Porsche. We've got EA Sports FC 24 content coming up as well. More previews, more match reactions. So, notification bell to see all that live content. Everything is live on this channel. Hopefully, United respond Tuesday. Hopefully, we will get 3 points, and hopefully, we will secure the win against Galatasaray. And hopefully, it will be a win. But if it's defeat, the toxicity in his fan base is going to be at boiling point Tuesday night. But let's see what happens. And then, please join for the reaction Tuesday night, which hopefully is a Man United win. Hopefully it's 3 points, and hopefully we can get off to winning ways in this Champions League group, because we are in a group of death. We're in it for now. Let's see what happens. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. Stay safe. Be nice. Be kind to each other. You're all legends. You're all legendary. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.